Of late, if you have missed visiting Southeast Asia, never mind. This holiday season, we bring to you a popular Sago dessert from Southeast Asia. We have covered up the substitutes for few ingredients, so sit back and enjoy this recipe. For the details of the ingredients and the measurements, please check the description section. I have taken tapioca flour. If you are not able to find it, no worries. What you can do is you can grind this smaller sago. I'll put it in a blender jar and grind it to a fine powder. To get rid of any lumps, let me sieve this powder. I will sieve it using a fine sieve. I am using pandan leaves for the flavor. If you are not able to get this, then you can use kevra water. That gives the same flavor like the pandan leaves. First, I will fold the pandan leaves as shown. Now I am using purple sweet potato. If you are not able to get purple sweet potato, what you do, I will talk about it a little later. I have already chopped the orange sweet potato. Let me chop the purple sweet potato and show you how it looks. So once the sweet potatoes are chopped, it is the time to steam it. I have already boiled water with a tiny bit of salt. Let me place the chopped sweet potato in the strainer and put it for boiling. I have already boiled the sago. I'll pass it through a mesh and I will rinse it with lots of cold water so that the prepared sago doesn't stick. And till I use the sago, I'll be immersing it in cold water and leaving aside. The sweet potato is boiled. So it should be boiled such that it still holds the shape. I will take half the amount of the purple sweet potato in a mixing bowl and mash it thoroughly. To this mashed purple sweet potato, I'll be adding the sago which I have powdered in the beginning and mix it so that I get a very soft dough. If needed, a little amount of water can be added. The dough is ready. To prevent it from drying, let me wrap it in a cling wrap and keep it aside, and also prepare the dough for the orange sweet potato. Now it is the time to roll the prepared dough. I have used the parchment paper so that the dough does not stick to the board. The thickness of the disc that I am rolling is around half a centimeter. Now it is the time to cut it in desired shape. I decided to cut it in diamond shape. Similarly, I'll prepare the orange sweet potato dough. I've already boiled the water. Let me cook the prepared sweet potato dough. Once it is cooked, it floats to the surface. It is the time to remove it and immerse it in cold water and keep it aside. Meanwhile, I'll be adding the folded pandan leaves to boiling water, followed by adding required amount of sugar. Allow the sugar to dissolve in water. Then I'll be adding the prepared sago. Whatever little cubes of sweet potato I had retained in the beginning, I'll add that as well. Then I'll be adding full fat milk. And cook it for 5 to 8 minutes. Then I'll be adding condensed milk for a rich taste and a bit of sweetness. In the end, I'll be adding thick coconut milk and I'll be cooking it for another 4 to 5 minutes. Then I'll be adding the cooked dough which I had cut in the shape of diamonds. This will give a nice texture and a bite to the dessert. It will be gooey as well as chewy at the same time. I'll cook the dessert for another couple of minutes, and it is the time to take out the pandan leaf as it has released all its flavor. Since I have already added salt to water in which I boiled the sweet potato, I'll be adding salt only at the end. After cooking it for 3 to 4 minutes, it is the time to start chopping the fruits. Then finishing up the dessert by adding a pinch of salt, giving it a proper mix and tasting it. The salt enhances the sweetness of this dessert and it is an important component for this dessert, so do not miss it. Then I'll be transferring the prepared dessert in a serving dish and putting up in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours. During this time, the sweet potato and the sweet potato dough squares soak up all the coconut milk and the dessert thickens up. Just like a piece of jewelry enhances the beauty of a woman, I'll be adding cooked big sago pearls for the beauty of this dessert. If you don't get purple sweet potato, add a little amount of purple food color to the orange sweet potato itself, that is again to beautify the dessert. After chilling the dessert for 2 hours, this is how it looks. I hope you enjoyed today's recipe. Thank you for watching this video. Kindly click the like button, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for further notifications.